Hey guys, good afternoon. Brian from VetteSource checking in on Sunday. Finally getting a little bit of warmer weather here in southeast Texas, getting closer to spring. Sorry for the rest of you guys suffering up north. I know it's still getting pretty cold out there. So today what I'm going to be featuring for you is a NOS set of Corvette floor mats, specifically for 1988 Corvette 35th anniversary cars. Now what I'm going to do for a few minutes here is describe what I mean by the term NOS. No, I'm not talking about nitrous oxide or anything like that. In the restoration and old car parts in part of the side of the business, basically NOS refers to new old stock, okay? New old stock meaning these are parts that were produced by General Motors or other car manufacturers or even other types of manufacturing industries, you know, computers, electronics. New old stock refers to things that have never been used for their intended purposes, and most of the time, like in this case, they're still going to be in their original shipping box from, like in this case, 1988. So as you can see, it's marked 1988. I'm pretty sure that was done after the fact. And then you've got your parts sticker here, which shows General Motors, distributed by General Motors, Lansing, Michigan. This tag actually took a little bit of damage over the years. You can barely see still. This is a 1012 2035 part number, group number 15.286. Now I know I may be getting down to the weeds for some people, but this is actually particularly important for guys that deal in restorations of cars or upkeeps of cars, or even if you want to keep your driver, like in my case. I don't know if you've noticed or if you checked out my other videos of other cars, I tend to drive just older cars. So we look for parts like this that are NOS, new old stock, to keep our cars in as original condition as possible. Now some guys and girls get to a really OCD degree on their cars and got to have the exact right finish on the fasteners and everything else, and I can respect that. But for me, I like to just have original parts. Even if they may not be perfect, they're still in good shape, or if things wear out. So you've got them. So as I mentioned before, this is a set of factory GM floor mats for 1988 Corvette 35th anniversary cars specifically. Now, if you followed the Corvette anniversary editions, you had the first one was a 25th anniversary, which was a silver over gray with the oyster interior. Then you had the 1988 Corvette 35th anniversary, which was a color scheme of white and black interior and white exterior, and everything was white on the car. Steering wheel, door panels, seats. The only thing that was black was the carpet, and then of course the black tires, but even the rims on the car were white, and all the trim molding that went around the car was white as well. So they went with that white color scheme in 1988, and then they went to, in 93, the 40th anniversary was a burgundy, or they called it ruby red color scheme, where everything was ruby red, even the interior, with the exception of the dash. Even the carpet was ruby red on that one. And I've got another set of floor mats, or a 93 40th NOS, that I'm going to be detailing for you guys here pretty soon. I'll probably put a link up there or in the description so you guys can see those floor mats as well. And then of course they went into the 50th anniversary, which was another burgundy car with, say, a light beige interior. Didn't really strike my fancy that much. And then the 60th anniversary, I think, came in several different colors. And you actually got a 65th anniversary as well that I haven't kept up with as much. So these floor mats, as you can see, when we talk about new old stock, now new old stock doesn't always mean that they're actually incredibly perfect. Sometimes they do get shelf wear. Sometimes they do get things that happen to them. Water damage or being in a warehouse will affect them. That's not the case with these. These are actually about as factory fresh as you're going to find. The nap is beautiful on them. I mean, they look literally like GM had just produced them. There's no wear, there's no dust, there's no damage to them. Sometimes floor mats will crack and wear on the back. On the backing plate of these is a rubberized material. You can see the seams are still good on these. Everything on them is nice. They're ready for, you know, in the business and the Corvette side, what we call an NCRS, National Corvette Restorer Society car, or a car, a Bloomington Survivor that's going to be judged. These are really, really, really nice. I'm hard-pressed to even find a flaw with them, to be honest with you. Now, even though they're 1012 2035 on the box, they each have their own particular part number. So your left hand is a 14060291, and your right hand is going to be a 14060292. Now, another interesting trivia thing for Corvettes, or GM vehicles in particular, is that generally right-hand part numbers, they go on the right-hand side of the car, and in an even number in driver's side or left-hand parts that go on the left-hand side of the car, and in odd numbers. And I did swap that around when the C5s came around. But if you're dealing with 96 or older cars, most of the time left is odd, right is even on part numbers. So, and that mainly applies to GM. I'm not sure. Ford has a different part numbering system, so I wouldn't hold me to that on that. But you can actually see even here in the nap where the Corvette is embroidered into it. It's really nice. There's no discoloration of these. So these are really for a really nice car, hence the higher cost on these, just because the 35th anniversaries were very few produced of these, so they're in really nice shape. So if you're looking for something to put in your Survivor low mileage 35th, and sometimes the floor mats are often gone, you can give me a call. You can reach me at 832-654-7367. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today and watching the videos. I've really appreciated some of the feedback and comments I've gotten. And I love doing this just as a way to share my enthusiasm for these old car parts and things that I deal with on a regular basis. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you got some ideas for me, what you'd like to see, and I'll make sure I try to upload some of that and give you guys some inside pointers and other tips and tricks to working on your old cars. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys later on this week. Thanks.